Good afternoon, undergraduates of URI. I bring to you today a very simple message, and it is that Student Senate is not worth paying attention to. If I had to describe Student Senate in 2 words, they would be verbose and ineffectual, because while Student Senate says an awful lot, they seem to do an awful, well, not. They work their butts off every day, but at the end of the day, they seem to have not very much to show for that. Take, for example, the recent passage of SS 19-2052, a resolution which called for the University of Rhode Island to provide free feminine hygiene products. That's a great idea! Okay, but why are we just asking the university to do that? They've got the long-term solution. Who's got short-term? If it's important enough for us to ask the university to fix it, it's important enough for the Student Senate to fix it right now. That would have been trivial for Student Senate. They sit on hundreds of thousands of dollars of student money that we gave to them to do things that are beneficial to us, and I think that would have been beneficial to us, but maybe I'm alone in that. Or the Great Communication Promise. Every president, for as long as anyone I can remember, which is the better part of a decade, has promised to increase communication and awareness between the Student Senate and its constituents. But let me ask you a question. How many of you guys have ever actually heard of Student Senate? I mean, if someone were to walk up to you today and say, "Hey, do you know about Student Senate?" I mean, it would make sense that we have a Student Senate. We're a university. Most universities have a Student Senate. Yeah, sure, we have a Student Senate. Okay, but who's on it? What does the Student Senate do? Where do they get their money? Who knows? It's magic. It's a box. You might even be able to find it out on their website if you try hard enough and ask them enough times. I posit that the fundamental lack of awareness that students have of Student Senate is caused by a fundamental lack of anything to be aware of from Student Senate. The only way for Student Senate to become a relevant part of students' lives here at URI is for the Student Senate to conduct projects that are relevant to the lives of students here at URI. And that is why I am running for president of Student Senate. If elected, I intend to work towards closing Butterfield Road, except on move-in days, because the intersection by Hillside is honestly a hazard. I will also work towards getting WRIU, the student radio station, which plays, by the way, on 90.3 FM, to be played on campus shuttles, because that is an absolutely free way to promote student media. Those things I will attempt. Now, since I will only actually have a month in office, the only thing I can promise is that I will consolidate a pool of student activities tax money within the Student Senate. And I will spend it all on textbooks. And then the Student Senate will take those textbooks that it has purchased, and they will lend them out to students for free for a semester at a time. Write in Tris Howard for President of Student Senate on February 26th and 27th. Leave the Vice President blank.